The guy's living his best life. He's had a fantastic career, we all know. We know Jon's a religious man, so I want to say God bless him moving forward in what he does with his life and his career. And, we move on. We move on. I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I'm ready to take on all comers. I'll tell you what, I don't know about you guys. I'm sick of this division being stuck. I'm there, I'm active, I'm ready to go. I'm training all the time. I'm getting better and better all the time. Just stick me in, man. I'm ready to fight all of them.
What is your thought about people going, well, he's afraid of Tom Aspinall? Like, you don't believe, Tom, that Jon Jones is afraid.
Guys, why are we still talking about Jon? He's retired. He's done. I said a thing a long time ago, and you guys know me personally. I'm not a disrespectful guy.
Yeah, you're not.
But I said a thing a long time ago that I'm going to retire Jon without even fighting him. And
you did.
That's what's happened.
From pursuing Jon Jones to finally cutting ties with the idea, Tom Aspinall has reached his breaking point. After months filled with anticipation, silence, and cryptic posts online, the interim heavyweight champion is done waiting. In a recent discussion with Daniel Cormier and Chael Sonnen, Tom made it clear he's not looking back. He's shifting focus, and now it's up to the rest of the heavyweight division to keep pace.
What about when Chael announced that you guys had a date? And did you see that? I thought that everything is done to the date, the location is all set. Did you see that, Tom?
Well, I'll tell you something. I've got a date and a location. I've got a date and location.
It's true. I thought they were going to fight at Madison Square Garden in New York.
Well, that's what happens when you're texting with Jon Jones. Yeah. He's like lying to you like he's lying to everybody else. That's just what happens, Chael.
Listen, I'm here to fight people. I've said it multiple times. I ain't waiting around. I've got my mouthpieces in my bag. The groin guard's ready. I've got my passport there ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Out of the hat, if you thought you were going to have the biggest fight in history against Jon and that fell apart.
It's frustrating for him. It's frustrating for the consumer. It really is frustrating for everyone to not be getting this fight right now because it still feels like the biggest fight we can make. Chael?
Let's take a quick step back. Jon Jones last entered the octagon in March 2023, where he submitted Cyril Gane in less than a round to capture the heavyweight crown. But not long after, an injury sidelined him, canceling a highly anticipated defense against Stipe Miocic. That unexpected turn left the UFC scrambling, and stepping up in a big way was Tom Aspinall, who delivered a brutal knockout over Sergey Pavlovich to claim the interim title.
I just spoke to the boss man, and who wants to see Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones?
Tom, that would absolutely be the fight that the world wants to see. Jon Jones is probably watching this, so send him a message.
Hello, Jon. I have nothing against you personally, but I just think I'm better than you. I just know that I can beat you in a fight, so I'm coming for it.
He does nothing for me. He does nothing for me. If you're a person that wants to see me really challenged, then I get it. 7 years younger, like 35 pounds bigger than me, right? I get it. It's like, wow, this Jon's so good. We finally found someone way younger and way bigger than him. Let's see how he does against that. I get that narrative. But
Tom Aspinall recently joined Daniel Cormier and Chael Sonnen for what many thought would be just another routine interview, but it quickly became something more. This was the moment fans had been anticipating. Real clarity. For months, the heavyweight division has felt frozen, all thanks to Jon Jones's extended absence. After claiming the interim title in explosive fashion with a win over Sergey Pavlovich, Tom had hoped the division would pick up momentum. Instead, it stalled. Early in the conversation, Cormier tried to clear up some speculation, asking whether Tom and Jon might be in talks behind the scenes to shape the future of the division. That theory was shut down right away. Tom was direct. In his view, Jon Jones is done. Retired, living his life, preparing for a comeback, and certainly not planning to re-enter the title picture anytime soon. That statement shifted the whole tone. This wasn't about waiting anymore. It was about moving on and taking charge.
Where it says you and Jon are aligned, and you guys have decided together to allow for the UFC to tell you what you're doing. Is that true?
Nah, man, Jon's retired. What are we talking about, guys? You guys don't follow Jon on social media?
I don't follow him on social media. He said that.
No, me too, actually. Me too. But the guy is living his best life. He's had a fantastic career. We all know. We know Jon's a religious man, so I want to say God bless him moving forward in what he does with his life and his career. And
tell you what you're doing. Is that true?
nah, man, Jon's retired. What are we talking about, guys? Jon, you guys don't follow Jon on social media?
I don't follow him on social media. He said that.
No, me too.
More than anything, he seems frustrated, Chael, just frustrated and done with it.
Yeah. And Daniel, I mean, playing poker with him and trying to judge by his tone and body language, but there was something in there when he said there's an announcement. He made it clear that he does have something and he didn't want to step in it. I think that's Jon Jones, just because I don't think there's anything else for Jon. But he started to pull me in the direction of, no, he legitimately does have something else.
Yeah.
And there was even a way that he answered the surreal question that leads me to think perhaps it's surreal gone, but that he wasn't overly excited for surreal. And I would just imagine in Tom's shoes, if in fact, I know he was having some fun with us in that interview, but if I was to kind of take him at his word and say he's moved on from Jon and he's got some other announcement,
Chael's response was telling. He highlighted the respectful way Tom approached the entire situation. There were no cheap shots, no harsh words. For Jon Jones, instead, Tom kept it classy, which is rare in a sport where trash talk often dominates. Despite Jon being the main reason his career has been held in limbo, Tom didn't let frustration turn into negativity. That's just who he is. He didn't sit down for this interview to spark drama. He came with the intention to move forward and to do it with integrity.
This is the greatest promo I've ever heard. He just announced his nemesis's retirement. And to add to it, Daniel, he wished him well. Now, that's not something you would do of an enemy. That's something you would do of a former foe. So perhaps we are in the presence of the undisputed champion. I mean, he said he was, after all. And let me tell you something that Tom is. Not only is he a champion, he's the active champion. I think they should talk about that. He's the only champion we got that wants to fight. He's the only one champion. He's the ready champion. He's the in-camp champion. He's the on-weight champion. I mean, not for nothing. He's the licensed champion. He got every damn championship you can have except the undisputed belt, Daniel. Our industry does owe Tom something better than we're giving him right now.
As the conversation went on, things got more serious. The slowdown in the heavyweight division isn't. A secret fans have noticed, and frustration is building. Tom didn't hold back, openly saying the division feels completely stalled. Top contenders are left waiting, unsure who to prepare for or if their rankings even matter anymore. And at the center of it all is one figure, Jon Jones. With Jones inactive and the UFC unwilling to strip the belt or shake things up, the rest of the roster has been caught in a standstill. Tom made his stance crystal clear. He's not going to sit around and let his prime years slip by. He's done chasing Jon Jones. What he's chasing now is the undisputed title. Whether that path leads through Cyril Gann, Jailton Almeida, or another top contender, he's all in. Tom wants to stay active, and more than anything, he wants to revive a division that's gone stagnant. His focus isn't on calling out just one name. It's on taking on anyone who's willing to fight.
When you guys were speaking about what the UFC is going to do, are you guys just kind of figuring out when he's going to announce the retirement and let you move forward and get the division going again?
Guys, come on. You guys are veterans of the sport. If one guy's thinking about retiring, he's retired.
Yeah.
I ain't thinking about retiring. I'm thinking about getting this division active, making the heavyweight division great again, getting these big fights in, fighting these contenders who are sat on the sidelines waiting for, over a year at this point. I'm here to fight, man. I have never... I see a lot of people online, and I know you guys have had debates about it. I know all the YouTube guys are debating about it all the time. I'm not looking to fight Jon Jones. I'm looking to fight for the undisputed heavyweight champion. That's what I want to be. I want to be the UFC undisputed heavyweight champion.
Great.
I'm not waiting for one fight. I'm not trying to fight one guy. I'm trying to fight all the guys. I'm trying to be the guy at heavyweight who takes out everybody. And it doesn't matter who it is. Cyril Gann, Volkov rematch, Almeida, Derek Lewis, Brock Lesnar, whoever it is, I don't care. I want to fight everybody, and I want to fight as much as possible, get some excitement back in this division. And let's not talk about Jon Jones anymore, man. All the best. The guy's living his best life. Full respect to him. Wish him all the best in the future. He deserves all the money and success that he gets. And I'm the active guy. I'm going to fight somebody, and that's going to be announced pretty soon.
When Cormier and Chalet asked about what the UFC might do next, Tom didn't reveal much, at least not with words, but his body language said a lot more. It was clear that something is in the works, while he didn't mention any names or give a specific date. He strongly hinted that an announcement is already on deck, just waiting for the green light. There was a real sense of urgency in his voice. You could tell Tom's ready. He's not just talking about getting back in the octagon. He's pushing for it. He wants to fight, and he wants to fight now.
Are you telling us straight? Do you have something with the UFC? We can't discuss it, but is there something coming, an announcement for you and a title fight?
I can't announce that kind of stuff. You guys know.
I understand.
According to Tom, one of the biggest problems right now is that the top heavyweights just aren't making moves. Fighters like Cyril Gann, Alexander Volkov, and even Jailton Almeida all seem reluctant to lock in bouts with one another. Everyone's sitting back, waiting for some kind of direction from the top, and no one wants to gamble without it. This cautious approach has created a logjam in the division. Tom didn't hide his frustration. He's made it clear he's ready and willing to fight. He's said yes to every name that's come his way, but so far, nobody's returned the favor.
Your division is not done. Is a great job. The guys haven't done a great job of saying, okay, after Tom and Jon, I'm next. But I assume that Surreal is. I know you and Surreal got some unfinished business. In your opinion, do you think that Surreal is going to get a real good look there, or do you think it could really be Derek or somebody else next for you?
Oh, it could be anybody. The issue is that the other guys don't want to fight anybody because they might be next themselves. They don't know what's going on at the top.
That's the problem.
And no, everybody else is scared to fight. You got Volkov there, you got Cyril Gann there, you've got Almeida there, you've got some other guys under those guys, and nobody wants to make the next move. The division is just completely stuck. And I'll tell you what, I don't know about you guys, I'm sick of this division being stuck.
There was a real sense of loneliness in Tom's words, despite holding the interim title. It sometimes feels like he's the only one actually showing up, ready to compete. He expressed how odd it is to see fans online suggesting matchups, as if he's been rejecting opponents behind the scenes, the truth. He's been saying yes to everyone. He's not ducking anyone. He's just waiting for someone, anyone, to meet him in the cage. What really stood out during this part of the interview was Tom's dedication to the sport. He mentioned he's never once turned down a fight in his entire career. For him, this isn't just about fame or a paycheck, it's something far deeper. He's been chasing this dream since he was 10 years old. Becoming the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion isn't just a goal, it's the dream of a lifetime. And now that it's within reach, he's not about to lose it because others are unsure of their next move.
Do you think that those guys would fight you if they were offered that, and are they just unwilling to fight each other?
No, nobody wants to fight, man. I'm the only guy who wants to fight in the division. I'm just like, people keep trying to tell me what to do from the outside. You should fight this guy and fight that. Look, I'm trying to fight everybody, man. I'm trying to fight absolutely everybody. Everybody keeps saying no.
So you've essentially told the UFC, I will fight any of them.
I never turned down a friggin' fight in my life. Never, and I never will. The day I start turning down fights is the day I'm going to retire.
Yeah.
That's when I start turning down fights. I'm here to fight people, man. That's what I do. That's what I'm put on this planet to do, is to train and fight people. That's what I've wanted to do since I was 10 years old. I've been wanting to be the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion since I was 10 years old, man. I'm 32 now. Like, what are we doing? Let's fight.
Cormier and Chael. Sonnen weren't just passively listening. You could tell they genuinely respected where Tom was coming from. They pressed him with real questions, trying to get a sense of his mindset, and Tom didn't shy away. He acknowledged the frustration. Being the only one actively trying to move forward while the rest of the division stands still, it's a tough spot. But instead of backing off, Tom made it clear he's leaning in even harder. The road may be stalled, but his commitment hasn't wavered. If anything, he's more determined than ever to break through the silence and bring the heavyweight division back to life.
So I know he's frustrated. I'm more frustrated with one thing that he told us, Chael, and that's the idea that no one else wants to fight, because that's true. That's the problem. No one else is fighting. They're all waiting, because I think that I would have taken the same approach, though, if I'm Volkov, if I'm Surreal. I'm like, man, I know that this dude Jones is not giving me the idea that he's going to fight. I'm going to wait, because if I wait long enough, Tom's going to need somebody to fight. And there will be some form of the heavyweight championship on the line when it happens.
As the interview wrapped up, the conversation returned to what's next. Whether it's a rematch with Cyril Gane or a surprise matchup with someone like Derek Lewis, Tom made one thing crystal clear. He's not caught up in names or rankings, just wants to get back in the octagon. The problem? No one else seems to feel the same urgency. The division is full of hesitation. Fighters being overly cautious, uncertain about what's happening, or simply staying silent. And that silence is what's holding everything back.
Now you're the man. Cyril Gane now wants an opportunity at you. Do you big dog him, or do you go, okay, my ultimate get back to you is to kick your butt?
I'll kick his butt the same as everybody else.
What this interview made crystal clear is that Tom Aspinall isn't waiting around anymore. He's no longer in Jon Jones's shadow. He's right in the thick of the heavyweight division, ready to take charge, if that's what it takes. And honestly, it looks like it just might. While Aspinall's out there doing interviews, he's actively calling for matchups, and almost single-handedly injecting life back into the division, Jon Jones seems to be on a completely different wavelength. Not in location, but in mindset. Jones appears distant, detached. If Tom's charging full speed toward the next big title clash, then Jones is coasting, relaxing in the slow lane, sipping something fancy in a silk robe while contemplating life. Under a waterfall, that's the dynamic. One fighter is accelerating the pace, the other, he's drifting on autopilot. And honestly, can you really fault him? Jon Jones has accomplished just about everything there is to achieve. He became the youngest champion the UFC has ever seen, racked up title defenses like clockwork, and outlasted multiple generations of challengers. He's now entered that rare air, the stage of a career where there's nothing left to prove. His legacy is already carved into the foundation of MMA history. For him, the octagon isn't a proving ground anymore. It's just one of many arenas he can step back into if the mood strikes. That kind of freedom, most fighters never even come close to it.
One more rodeo?
I don't know what life holds as far as fighting and competing. I do feel like I'll be a lifelong martial artist, whether I'm coaching others or taking exhibition matches or things like that. There's a lot of great competition still in the UFC. I do view myself as more than a fighter.
But here's the twist that makes it all the more intriguing. Jon Jones hasn't officially walked away. In classic Jon Jones style, the door isn't slammed shut. It's just slightly ajar. He's hinted that he's open to possibilities. Maybe he takes on a coaching role. Maybe he does an exhibition fight. Maybe he steps back into the UFC cage, or maybe he doesn't. The reality? Even he seems unsure of what comes next. He's just going with the flow, embracing whatever life throws at him. The UFC title? It's no longer the main attraction. It's just another option on a very full table.
Being in my position, I feel like I have a lot more options than a lot of the other fighters as far as the ability to leave and return and things like that. And so right now, I'm just focusing on love, happiness, kindness. We're in the quarter century mark. This year should be a really special year. So this year, I'm saying
sooner or later, someone's going to have to make a move. And when that moment arrives, whether it's Tom Aspinall stepping fully into his prime, or Jon Jones making a thunderous return, the shockwaves will be felt across the entire MMA landscape. So what's your take? Has Jon truly closed the book on competition? Or is this just the quiet before one last explosive chapter? And is it finally Tom's time to rise as the undisputed force in the heavyweight division? Drop your thoughts in the comments where you're paying attention. And trust us, so is the rest of the division.